What's going on, NBA fanatics? This is your friendly neighborhood Memphis Grizzlies home of Memphis X, and I talk hoops. Today, I am talking about the end of the Utah Summer League with a little preview of the Vegas Summer League. But first, every hero needs their theme music.
KeyAno.
Grizz gang, go hard. Baddest in the game, we be on one. I talk hoops so secure. All up on the court, but we gon' score. Memphis bringing heat straight from Tennessee. Diamond spiking, let's go for he that MVP.
So y'all know I was very, very excited that GG Jackson was on the Grizzlies Summer League squad. And last night, the starters for the Summer League rested because it was a back-to-back. And GG was on full display for the Summer League game. Of course, GG Jackson showed out. I think he had 23 points last night. 23 points, 10 rebounds, a block, 4 3-pointers made all his free throws. He had another good game. That's 3 good games he had in the Summer League in Utah. And now I'm not going to say it was a smorgasbord of top picks at the Utah Summer League because it wasn't. But he was, if not the best rookie, notice I'm saying rookie, in Utah. He was the second best. The only other rookie that has an argument is Keontae George. But I think that GG looked a little bit better, especially for the small role he played. He was, if you look at his stats, as far as, let's see, the Summer League goes, GG Jackson shot 46.9% from the field, 46.7% from the three-point line on 5 attempts a game, 80% from the free throw line. He had 5.7 rebounds. He didn't have any assists, though. 1.7 turnovers, and he averaged a block a game. Plus, he averaged 13.7 points, and he did this all in 18.2 minutes. So if you can extrapolate, that's about 26 and 11 per 36 for GG Jackson in the Summer League. That is great, guys. That is the stuff that we are looking for, and this is over 3 games. He looked fantastic. Now, of course, when you have a rookie, you're going to have some things that he needs to work on. Of course, he needs to work on his tunnel vision when he's driving, but he did pass the ball. It's just the Grizzlies Summer League team outside of the starters is pretty atrocious. So there's really not too much flow, but hey, it is what it is. Nobody can be disappointed when an 18-year-old, the youngest rookie, the youngest guy in the draft, looks as good as he does. And I have my eye on him for Vegas because if this keeps up, or if I see that learning curve, because the thing about young guys that I like to see is that learning curve ratchet up, where you can tell that they are starting to absorb things, they are starting to get things, because the Grizzlies coaches are going to have them watching the film, and he's going to get to learn things. So I expect to see the passing get better in Vegas and the scoring to get better, especially if he spends more time playing with the guys, the top guys, the starters on the team. He can do better. But so far, so good. He had a great Summer League debut in Utah. GG Jackson looks like a future standout for the Grizzlies, somebody that's going to stick around and maybe get a regular NBA contract sooner than later. Now, also yesterday, as the game was starting, the Grizzlies made a trade. Yes, the Grizzlies made a trade, and no, it was not the Dillon Brooks signing trade. Somehow that has gone into the ether, and We don't know what's going on with that. I think the Damian Lillard BS is holding it up. But the Grizzlies did make a picks trade with the Phoenix Suns. The Memphis Grizzlies, according to Woj, are trading 3 second-round picks to the Phoenix Suns for 2 first-round pick swaps in 2024 and 2030, plus Isaiah Todd. The seconds are the 2025 via the New Orleans Pelicans and Memphis Grizzlies' own 2028 and 2029 picks. Now, in 2024 and 2030, Memphis will have the right to swap its own first-round pick for the lesser of the Suns Wizards first. Now, what that means is the Wizards have pick swaps with the Suns in 24 and 30. Now, so they will get first choice on whether they want to swap with the Suns. Now, in 24, we all know the Wizards are going to be a tanking team, so they'll be in the lottery. So the Grizzlies will have an opportunity to, if they can have a better record than Phoenix, they can have a chance to move up a few spots. But in 2030, when Kevin Durant is 40, Bradley Beal is almost 40, and Devin Booker is in his mid-30s, and DeAndre Ayton has escaped from Phoenix, the Grizzlies will have that 2030 pick swap. And knowing the Wizards, they will probably still be mediocre at that time. You know, you can never tell in 2030. But this is some good slop for the fans in Memphis to kind of get behind. And I'm going to tell you guys, everybody's going to ignore that 2024 pick swap. We already know the Wizards are going to be terrible. The Suns are very, very thin. If you take it back and remember when we had the Lakers pick and it was top 10 protected for New Orleans, and the Lakers fell apart when they had Russell Westbrook, this has that same potential with injuries and anything like that. The Suns are basically Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, DeAndre Ayton, Bradley Beal, and a bunch of minimum contracts. If they have any injuries to their front line, this ship could start sinking very soon because the West is real competitive this year. Every team is competing next year. Even the Spurs, who just got Wemby and will likely not put their foot on the pedal, on the gas too hard next year, they still have, some good young players that when they play hard, they're going to be able to capable of beating teams that come in BSing around. So there's no off nights in the West, and there are not many off nights in the East. I think you got Charlotte maybe, and Charlotte's got Miles Bridges back this year, so that's not even really going to be too much of an off night. And then you have the Wizards. Other than that, I think you have about at least 25 teams in the NBA that are going to be competing, and that means there are not too many off nights. And it's just like last year when all the teams were jumbled up, and a bad 2-week stretch or an injury that has your guys out for a month or a month and a half, especially if they're out at the same time, can sink you in the standings. So this is some good work by Zach Kleiman, again, of course. And just remember, Wemby plays tonight. Wemby's debuts tonight in Vegas, and the Grizzlies play Saturday in Vegas, 6 o'clock Central Time. Hopefully, GG can get some good run with the good guys, the starters, and we can see GG keep blossoming before our eyes. And Zach Kleiman, man, he's done it again. Peace.